The sound you can hear, listeners, is the extractor fan. Maybe many fans have been extracted after yesterday's podcast and the revelation that it brought. But hopefully we can get past that. I am disappointed, well, and relieved in equal measure maybe, that no one has either messaged in to forgive me or to express their displeasure. I presume it's because people are coming to terms with what was said yesterday, and I hope that we can get past this, people. But we must move on as much as we can. So let's focus on the positive. Ellie is here.
Hello.
I am very much a crowd pleaser there, just trying anything I can to win you back, people. Forgive me, Sarah. Not only is there the extractor fan, but you can also hear the sound of something cooking in a pan right now. Let me tell you, listeners, it smells absolutely divine. What have we got going on, Ellie?
Well, tonight for dinner we've got fish and chips.
Ooh.
But obviously, it's not just fish and chips.
Of course not. What do you take us for? Working class?
Well, they've heard this sort of twatty stuff that I cook. So
My goodness, I didn't...
We had, David. We had...
I don't think the listeners are ready for that yet.
No.
Some of them have only just started forgiving me. Continue.
We had some pieces of salmon that needed cooking. So in the pan at the moment we've got salmon with butter, lemon, tarragon, bit of smoked salt and some pepper. So that's just cooking away. We've got sweet potato chips in the oven. Very soon I will be taking the salmon out of the pan when it's done, and then in will go some vegetables. So we've got courgette, green beans, spring onions, and then we're going to have some samphire.
Lovely.
And maybe some spinach.
Tarragon very much sounds like, I always think of it as it's a herb that would be the most well suited of all the herbs to feature in The Lord of the Rings. Or something Tolkien-based.
Well, there is Aragorn, isn't there? So
There is Aragorn, so tarragon I think would fit in.
that's when you say goodbye to him.
But if anyone else has any suggestions of other roles for herbs, great feature, my friends. I don't know why you're not messaging in. Come on, it's time to forgive me. Let's move past this. Get back on. Get your comments coming back in. Other herbs. So think of a herb. What would it be suited to do?
We've got dill, we've got parsley, we've got rosemary, oregano.
Just to give you some...
So many herbs.
Oregano is sort of, I think, a close contender to The Lord of the Rings, but I think tarragon definitely beats it.
Well,
Tarragon.
oregano could be in some sort of Shakespeare.
Maybe. I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to have the appetite to eat all this, because I am rather nervous today. Not only because of, obviously, yesterday, but because today is the day where I do my first live online stand-up performance as part of some comedy club. I mentioned this a couple of days ago in our chat with Boopy Graffo. I've only just started getting the hang of doing live stand-up with an actual audience, and I'm now just talking to myself in the house, which, to be honest, is the reason I started doing stand-up in the first place, although I can't. To avoid just chuntering away to myself in the house. Now I'm back doing that, just performing in front of the camera. Again, that's another reason why I decided to get into stand-up. I thought, come on, Dave, it's trying to earn a proper living now. You can't be doing these voyeur cams. Porn and puns. That's what I used to do. Oh dear. Well, there we go. I just ran out of memory there.
Oh.
By which I mean my memory on the recorder.
Not your own personal memory.
No, exactly. That was absolutely brilliant. I was just saying how I've got to be quick because I don't have much time because I've got to get this edited and I've got a stand-up gig to do tonight. But still, the quality did not suffer. And 15 minutes of absolute brilliance.
I mean, I think people would be shocked at how good it was, the quality. I mean, it's good normally.
The operetta, the mini operetta that I composed on the spot, absolutely brilliant. I managed to reach the note that I've never reached before. Didn't even have to squeeze anything.
No.
Absolutely blistering. Can't even remember what it was about, but it was wonderful stuff.
And unfortunately, it's only going to live on in our memories.
Yeah.
But I think that's enough.
I don't think I can recreate what happened.
No.
And I don't think I can create the magic. So, sorry about that, everyone. I don't know.
We've taken a pause. We've eaten dinner.
We have.
I didn't realise there were some bones in the salmon, everyone. So David could have choked, and it could have been the last podcast yesterday with him just sort of admitting.
My goodness. And people would have assumed that I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And I done something terrible.
But actually, I just forgot to
You
debone
just
the
forgot to
salmon.
debone the salmon, which was a move that I used to do on the webcam, actually. People would say, oh, debone the salmon, David. And I thought, my goodness, I'm not sure I've limbered up enough, but I'll give it a go. But it was very nice. Very nice indeed, the meal.
That's fine.
I liked it a lot.
Good.
What were you not a fan of, Ellie?
I think something like that could have done with a cream and white wine sauce. I do have a lactose-free cream I could have used, but we have no white wine, so you got to work with what you got, and we did not have that.
Which again, one of my mottos on the webcam. Got to work with what I got, people. I want to read out this message. This is obviously not a message from yesterday, because as we've established, no one has messaged about yesterday. They maintain their silence. I want you to remember, listeners, that, I did it in your interests, and so please forgive me. Remember, I'm only human. Which again is one of the mottos. I have to say that on the webcam quite a lot. Remember, I'm only human, people. Oh my goodness. Nigel responds to the episode from a few days ago where I was talking about installing Windows.
Yeah.
And immediately now, and I imagine people, you talk about installing Windows. How did I manage to miss that one? My goodness. We'll try not to switch this one off.
Travel back through the archives later on.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much, people. And I definitely did install Windows 10. That wasn't a faked story. A lot of people think it was so fantastical, David, and the drama. Surely it was a complete fictitious...
it couldn't have been real.
Yeah, exactly. But it was. But Nigel's done something very different to what a lot of listeners do. Don't worry, Nigel. I'm not going to tell them about that. But what I am going to tell you about, I remember you from the webcam days, my friend. But... Nigel's done something a little different, because the majority of listeners, what they will do, well, actually the majority of listeners won't bother feeding back at all, to be honest.
But those that do feedback.
We welcome them very much, even if it's just Claire saying she can't hear. Nigel's done something a bit different, because what a lot of listeners do is they will leave a comment, but they will do it after they have listened. I don't think Nigel's done that in this case, because he's left 4 comments on the Windows installation drama episode, where we also talked about my gripes with the Trainline app. But he has stopped, presumably listening. He's paused it, he's made a little comment on the website, and then he's gone back to listen, and then he's obviously thought of something else. Something else has got his attention. So he's left 4 comments on the one episode, presumably at different points, because if you look at them, they're all left like at 3-4 minute intervals. It's the first one that I am mainly interested in, I think. In fact, I could give these to you to read if you like there, eh? The first one at the top.
Nigel says, isn't it one fell swoop? But hey, who cares really when push comes to shove?
So isn't it one fell swoop?
Yes.
And he's saying that because I said, presumably, I don't remember saying this, but I imagine I must have said one foul swoop. And the reason I imagine that is because I have always thought, I'm 34 now, I've always thought that. I've always thought, I'll be 34 in 2020. I have always thought one foul swoop. And I don't know why. It sort of makes sense to me, though, one foul swoop. Because it means like, now I'm trying to explain it.
Like a bird swooping, or...
Well, yeah, maybe like a bird swoop, but also like in one foul...
movement.
Despicable, almost. Like, oh, I'll do that. I've done that in one foul swoop. So one fell swoop. Did you know it was one fell? I suppose it would be odd if you thought it was one foul swoop as well.
Did.
So why one fell?
Okay, so this is grammarist.com.
Right.
One fell swoop. To do something in one fell swoop is to do it suddenly or in a single swift action. Fell here is an adjective meaning fierce, savage, cruel, or ruthless.
Right, so foul also means that. Foul is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So my reason
there
for...
are lots of questions, sorry to interrupt you, on the internet going, is it one fell swoop or one foul swoop?
So people do say one.
Yeah.
People think it's one foul swoop. I wonder if people... So I presumably have heard other people say one foul swoop, I assume. Yeah. And that's why I say it.
Yeah. Okay. There's also, somebody's put, what does all my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop mean?
Never heard that before.
It's from Macbeth. Macduff uses fell in the sense that it's now rare, meaning fierce or deadly. King Macbeth, who knows that Macduff is conspiring to overthrow him...
Sorry if this is a spoiler for anyone, we should have maybe done a spoiler alert there.
Ordered the murder of Macduff's wife, children and servants. So, yeah, killing off his whole line in one ruthless action.
But that's exactly the same thing as what foul would mean. So foul would work.
Well, foul would be
a foul swoop.
An awful swoop, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it would work. But I'll say fell from now on. I'll tell you the ones. What I remember from Macbeth are: is this a dagger I see before me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it. I won't. As I say, don't spoiler alerts. Is it a dagger that this person sees before them? You'll have to watch the play to find out. Out brief candle.
Yeah.
I like that. That's my second favourite. My first, though, is when... Oh, there is going to be a spoiler alert here, people. But when Banquo's ghost comes into the banqueting hall, Macbeth is terrified. And he says, I believe he says, "Why don't you shake your gory locks at me?" Okay.
Quite like the out-damned spot. Lady Macbeth trying to wash her hands.
Oh, yes.
And the Who Knew
I do
the Old
remember
Man
that.
So much.
Could that have been a thing that we could have done for the washing our hands for the NHS
I think
COVID thing?
did do one of those
Out-damned
memes
spot.
of the Lady Macbeth speech. You know, when everyone was doing the replacements of song lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of the Happy Birthday. I think somebody put that on, which I thought was... Oh,
What?
sorry, your screen went off.
Okay, because the people haven't paid enough. That used to happen on the webcam days as well. Come on, put some more money in the slot. And that was one of my little things that I used to do. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Oh, the penny
Money in
dropped.
the fucking kitty.
Yeah, exactly. But then the RSPCA got involved and couldn't do that anymore. My goodness. Good times, though. I'd like it if Nigel now is listening to this and is pausing and leaving a comment on his comments.
That would be...
This would be getting more and more meta. And I like it. But remember to keep... I think in this current climate, it's important that we keep too meta away. Just warming up for tonight, people. I've just remembered we should maybe divulge what programme Ellie was watching yesterday when I walked in. So what I'll do is I'll quickly play in the clip. This is something that she was watching. She gave a clue that it was something on Netflix, and here's the little snippet.
That if Americans understood how administration after administration had misled them.
So there you are, listeners. But the question is, what was the programme? Ellie, the big reveal.
It was the Vietnam War documentary. It's a 10-part series all about the Vietnam War, and it's very interesting.
So there you go, people. Thank you very much, listeners. Thank you very much, Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow for day 54 of The Eagle is Stranded.